I think we've got a number of people who are on different parts of the faith spectrum watching and listening tonight, Bill. Mark, for instance, describes himself as a respectful and curious doctor who has been following your work for some time now. Now, Mark says, I am a theist and a medical doctor. I've often heard stories of miraculous healings and other extraordinary events that are attributed to God's intervention. However, I've noticed that there seems to be an absence of such evidence in the scientific literature. Do you have any thoughts on why there seems to be a lack of empirical evidence for miracles, Bill?
This is really a controverted question. I have a friend in Southampton, Dr. Peter May, whom I know Justin knows.
Well, I'm going to leap in, Bill, because we had Peter on the show just recently.
Okay. I would not trust your testimony.
5 years ago, I asked you to produce 3 cases, and you still haven't done it.
I'll refer you to Josh for that.
No, why don't you produce your cases?
I'm not a doctor. I depend on doctors for that.
So they had quite the debate, I can tell you, on that show. Yeah. But yes,
so I think for our doctor friend who submitted the question, he needs to be aware that in order to be a Christian, you do not need to believe in contemporary miracles. Even if you think that Peter May is wrong, is overly skeptical, there is absolutely no doubt that this man is a deeply committed Christian who loves Jesus Christ, but he just doesn't think that God is in the business of doing the sort of miracles today that were done through the ministry of his son, Jesus of Nazareth. So this is a question on which Christians are at liberty to disagree. And if he is skeptical of modern medical miracles, that's just fine.
If you don't mind me asking, Bill, where do you fall on that? It's not necessarily something you research greatly, but
I really hope Peter is not right here. I don't want to tie God's hands and say, you can't do this anymore, Lord. I want to be open to miracles. And yet, on the other hand, I have to confess that there are a lot of really spurious miracle claims and that many are poorly attested. I expressed a moment ago some skepticism about near-death experiences, for example. So I'm open-minded. I'm ready to follow the evidence where it leads, but I don't have a strong view.